Hello, this is Dale, and this is my nightly video blog for Thursday, March 10th. Well, we did get into the RUT. We got into the April, we sold the April 1010 put and bought the April 1000 put. $1.70 worth of credit. Some people got more, but it doesn't matter. If you got somewhere around there, what we're going to do is we're going to manage it using the risk profile from this point on. So we'll take a look at that. We did get into AAPL. I've got, the price on that was about $12.25. It's pretty expensive. So, you get, according to your trade size, according to your portfolio size, you go ahead and get the quantity that you're looking for. Remember how important the trade size is when you look at being successful over the long run. And if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, you might want to just go back to one of the lessons where I talk about managing risk and setting up the trade size. It's based on only putting a certain percent on any one trade so that you can be there in the long run. This is a very profitable program. However, there are losing streaks and there are losses. And you need to embrace those and realize that the program is rock solid, and you just move on. But you never put too much on any trade. If you feel that you have anxiety on a trade, well, you ought to look at the amount that you have on there. You shouldn't have any anxiety. You should just put the amount on there, execute the trade. If it goes against you, you get out. If it reaches a profit potential, you also get out. And it's just that simple. And you keep doing it over and over again. Now, I also got into an SPY call. I went ahead and got the fourth week in March. This is a weekly. The 199 call, and when I got in there, it was about $1.90, as high as $1.99. It's since then moved up. But I want to show you the measured move that I was looking at and got into. Now for tomorrow, what I'm looking at is to get into another call, and that's a Gilead Science May 80 call. And that's if the Gilead is up during the day. If it's not, you just hold tight on that. But that's what we're going to be looking at getting into tomorrow. Gilead May 80 call. Remember, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell. That Options Infinity LLC is not a registered investment advisor, nor a licensed broker. Information and videos found on this site are for educational purposes only. Let's first of all take a look at Gilead Science and take a peek at what I'm looking at. Definitely oversold at this point. Money flow started coming back in. Then it kind of stagnated here. Money flow actually started going up, but now it's starting to come back in again. The ribbon is interesting because it's holding pretty steady here. And I think I want to get into a Gilead call. I have a little bias on the bull side for the next couple weeks anyhow, and I want to get into a Gilead call at this point in time. The one I'm looking at is the May 80. So we go over to the trade tab and we look down here at the May, and we come up here and see that it's at 88. I take 10% of that. That's 80. Come down here, and this is the one I want to get in the money. And you'll notice that the delta on that is very close to 0.8. In other words, for every dollar that the underlying moves, the option will move 80 cents. So it's a nice instrument to have. Now, even though there's a big open interest on here, you'll notice the wide spread on the bid-ask. So make sure you go in at the midpoint on Gilead Science if you decide you want to do that tomorrow. Taking a look at Apple. Apple was down just a smidge today, but it's holding tight on the ribbon, holding right around the 5-day moving average. So I like our call in Apple. Let's take a peek at the RUT. RUT was again down today, but it seems to be finding some support down around this area. I like what we have here, and some people said, well, why not go ahead and get a bear call, because it is reaching the top here, and before, when I did that, it wasn't such a strong move up. The ribbon wasn't as strong. This ribbon is going to be hard to break through. If you want to put on a bear call and complete this iron condor, I think that would be fine, but right now I'm going to just go with the strength of the ribbon and go with the bull put. So this is what we've got here for April, where we sold the 1010 and bought the 1000 April put. Now at this point in time, you just come down here and whoa, that's kind of out of whack. The reason why and the reason why is I've got to get rid of some of these other trades that are in there. We'll talk more about that on Sunday night. Let me go back to the charts here, and let's go over to the SPY, and let me show you what I was looking at here on the SPY. Well, first of all, we're going to take a look at TLT. TLT kind of stalled down here, and at this point in time, it's right in the middle, so I'm not doing anything with TLT. But SPY, on the other hand, I saw it coming down between the -1 and the -2, and then we started to head back on up, had a measured move right here, right around 230, and the one I like is getting into the 4th week in March, the March 4. I went with the 199 call and got in there at about $1.90. It went as high as $1.99, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on the board, $1.99. And then it headed up straight from there, had a little pullback, but right now I like what I saw there in a measured move. I think we've got a little bit of a room to run here, and we'll see how that one works out. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at Gilead Science, trying to get in a call for Gilead Science. If you want to just follow this, the SPY, remember a lot of times the moves happen during the day, the measured moves happen during the day, and I can't be there to talk about them in the night. You can see this move is already made. What I want to do is teach you what I do there, and basically there are 3 things that I look at. One, I look at the regression channel. The other is I look at the measured move when it's either overbought or oversold. I look for a measured move, and then once I've got that measured move, my profit potential is measured by the Fibonacci's. Just the combination of those 3. Those 3, if you really get to understand those, will bode well in all of the strategies. And that's my blog for tonight. Come on back on Sunday night, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Bye-bye now.